live on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What the fuck? What's up, everyone? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God, first child of God, the Lilith, reincarnated. Today is Friday. I did a video yesterday before I went to bed, a long ass hour video that had no audio. So we have to redo what you didn't know what we went through or what we're going through, because this is a 10-day forecast, people. Let me just start off by saying that card right there, that shit right there, was telling you that in our 10-day forecast is all kinds of natural disasters. So let me just start with that. New beginnings and jubilation, and we also pulled this one. And I finished up with an oracle card. I am not going to give this another hour. I really don't even want to give it the time I gave it last night. I came in kind of on a negative note, to be honest, that I was so burnt out and didn't even want to do it. A lot came out in that video. And when that happens, I feel like the message is just for me. I know it's all that needed to be said, and that we need to take what I got out of it and keep that to myself and redo the message. Because the universe isn't just talking to you. They're talking to me through me. It's my guidance. Do you ever see me ask, about them? I stop and I'm like, well, what does this have to do with me? This is for me. Okay. So I started yesterday's video. I posted something in my community page. I said, straight message from God. Stop worrying about what I'm doing in other people's lives and pay attention to what I'm doing in your life. Okay? I went into a whole long story about that. Basically, let me just break it down is, this weekend I just saw another one. They were like, talk to me before you leave. Tons of people are moving out this weekend. Some of them are kicked out. Most of them are moving out. They're moving into their new lives. They're getting their new beginnings, and they're full of jubilation. I saw Morgan yesterday, and she's one of those wonderful people that she's signed documentation, and in 2 weeks' time, she has a unit number, and she's moving in. And I'm really excited for her. And as I sat there and I told her, I was like, you guys worked hard to get where you are, and, I'm grateful for you. It's not my time. It's like, I'm not ready for that. It sounds great, and a part of me would like to, get the information and go where you're going and do what you're doing because, I want to do something, but I'm not going the same way as you. God's created an opportunity for you, and that's your opportunity. Mine isn't here yet. He promised me that I'd be here until May. So he still has much work to do with me, and to be honest, I'm just not ready to turn on electricity, fill a house up with furniture, and try to figure out how to pay the bills every month. I'm far from there. And he promised me I wouldn't have to do this alone this time. So, that's where I talked to her. And then I saw her again this morning, completely forgot. She had told me 1 billion times. I knew her birthday was on the 29th. I just didn't know today was the 29th. And of course, the first person she sees is me. And I told her, I'm dropping off my son. I was like, I'll be right back. Meet me here in 5 minutes. We started hanging out, and I realized it was her birthday. I was like, did you know it's Michael Jackson's birthday? She said, I've always known that. I was like, why? She's like, because it's my birthday. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, bro, I'm not in a position where I can actually do anything for you. I got some gas money if you want. I haven't been to Red Rocks since, since fucking the middle of summer. If you like, we could go for a ride. And I turned to her daughter. I was like, you want to go for a ride in the car? And she's like, yes. And then I told her, I was like, it's Denver. You could stop at all the dispensaries and get some free weed. She's like, really? I was like, yeah. I was like, you can go to some of these restaurants, get a free meal. If you were a drinker, you could get plenty of shots. It's like, just put it in your phone. Free shit to do on your birthday in Denver. She's like, really? I was like, yeah. But anyways, we were all looking forward to tonight because it's a movie night here at the shelter. They're going to be playing Moana 2. It's just something to do. When you get to our age and everything else, it's like your birthdays aren't like, I know bitches that are older than me that celebrate the whole month. They're like, it's all about me and shit. You're just grateful. And it's crazy because it's a new year, it's a new beginning for her and everything. Now, how it is you see people, you see God working in people's lives. You're like, the inner child is like, well, what about me, God? He's doing stuff with you too, bro. And don't get jealous and don't get envious and don't get covetous about the fact that, you know, it's their time. You'll have your time. And don't go chasing, don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't go chasing their opportunities, trying to make them yours. I don't want to go where they're going. Realistically, all of them seem to be moving in the same neighborhood, the same area, which means there's a lot of opportunity there. But I look at the bigger question. How come all these houses are available now in the same, you know what I mean? But they're all getting into some cool places that, you know, are, you know, subsidized so they can make it work and stuff, and I'm grateful for them. But they all had to stay here and, you know, learn their lessons before they could open those doors. And I'm not ready, but it could happen just as quickly. You know, if I was to get this job, and that enough is income for something like that. But I'm not trying to go back to where I came from. You know, God has a different plan for me. That's what you want more than anything, is just an apartment and to reestablish yourself and do, you know, get back in the matrix and be part of the matrix. That's not what I'm here to do. And I had to learn that. It took me 2 years of learning that it's like, that's not what I'm here to do. He didn't spend all this time pulling me out just for me to keep trying to get back in to the cage that he fucking ripped me out of. Do you want to be someone else? Do you want their life that bad? This card really made me go into tears and explain myself a lot. I don't want what you want. I want what God has shown me that he's going to give me in my life. Sometimes I see what you're doing and it looks great, just like we all do as kids. We're like, wow, that looks like fun. That looks like, you know, but I don't want to be you. I might want to experience the things you experience, but I don't want to be you. I'm a priestess. And that's all I'm meant to be. I'm not meant to be anything more. But that's all I ever needed to be one of a kind and be abundant and, you know, authentic and true and free. That's what brings me joy. I'd like to run around just telling you I'm a nun, but obviously I can't be a nun. But I'm a priestess, and that's what I do. So like yesterday, I spent all day, bro. I was stuck in the light with, you know, just the light. So I spent all day just receiving information from gods. From God and all of God's gods. From the gods, if you will. All day just sitting with the council. Just listening to the universe make their plans of what is to be. Second, I would say I spent about 30 minutes of that video talking about time loops. It is the beginning, but it's just another loop. And I used Lewis as an example. He wants this season to end just so he can start a new season. But the new season will still have the same tracks. You're still going to go round and round the same tracks for the next year. But what you hope to do is have a different opponent that you're fighting each time. Lewis said something in a fucking comment. I saw it this morning. He said something, I just want to get back to what I love, which is driving. You're a liar. You're a liar, Lewis. You're lying to yourself, to the world. You say that you love to drive. That's not why you do what you do. You love to win. And when you're not winning, you're not happy. You're not there just grateful to be in a Ferrari. To be fucking 40 years old still doing what you supposedly love. If you don't fucking win, you hate it. You put on this fucking perception or this mask of gratefulness. Oh, well, we got some good points, but we need to be better. You have never in your entire career been satisfied with the results. Some Virgo shit if I ever heard it. Vertigo. I'm just saying, dude. And that's where it is. Be grateful. And you know, as much as you're moving on, I sat there and I asked her, I was like, what's Christmas like around here? And I told her that. I was like, you know, and I cried in the video. I was like, you know, it's not a bad thing to be here. This place is a home. It's a community to me. The people that were that kind of rubbed me wrong are all gone. They've changed the system. It's a beautiful place for me, and I'm not alone, and I have support. There's friendly people. The kids, oh my God, if you could see these kids, how much I love them and how much they love me. The door opens in the elevator, and the chunky monkey, he's right there. Oh God, I want to squish his face. He sees me, and he just lights up. I was like, I know. Good morning. And that was the same thing. Morgan's coming down with her daughter. Everyone's trying to talk to her, and nobody wants to talk to her, and then she sees me, and she's chitter, chatter, chatter, chatter. Come on, little girl. It feels good to have something. And it's not something you would want, but it's something I haven't had, which is community, support, friendly faces, some stability, some kind of, comfortability and peace. This place is not bad for me. I just get weirded out by all the shit I see. This is my kids have peace here, and it's not a bad thing. And God says we need more time. We're still in the pressure cooker. We're not ready. You know what I mean? But just like everyone else that gets in here, they want to get out. They want to use everything to get out. They want their house back. They want their lives back. They want a job. They want stability. They want all that. It's natural to want. And, that's the hierarchy of needs. Is, you know what I mean? Working through your needs and stuff to satisfy yourself. It comes to a place of acceptance. Accept where God has put you. And that it's not hell, but it is the next challenge. And, on the absolute opposite of this note that made me very frustrated in yesterday's video, is you look at Russ, he shares this bullshit that he's taking that next chapter. His next chapter looks like every other chapter of his fucking life. Here comes another fucking song of him stealing somebody else's work, him sampling somebody else's work, making it worse by the words he says. All the words he's saying is how he is a sugar daddy. He is so bipolar in his messages. He goes from glorifying my love language is Apple Pay, I love to give my cash away, to making a song like this and saying it's insensitive and it actually means nothing. Where'd he get that from? My teachings. Has he learned anything? No. Because he's over there still sugar baby and sugar daddying over there. You make me sick, dick. And that's what it is. Realistically, this new beginning is just you're going around the mountain again. If I've learned anything, that's all we're doing. We're repeating time until we break it. Each time I face Bobby, this is a fucking repeat. It's the same fucking bullshit every fucking time I see you, bro. That's the same thing about every single one of them. Every time I see Russ, it's the same fucking shit. The only thing that changes is me. I change it. Well, not really with Russ. We're still doing the same bullshit with this bitch. But anyways, going back to it, it's like every single time I face you, it's going to be the same circumstances. But it's an opportunity to do something different. To change the outcome. If I keep doing the same shit, it's going to keep being the same shit. And that's why it's the same shit, because he keeps doing the same shit. So it's the same fucking outcome. For him, not me. Every time I come out of talking with this dude, I come out stronger. I come out wiser. I come out, hey, more Lilith, like out the gate ready to fuck around. I'm gonna come out ready for a real relationship. Every single time I come out of that bullshit, I am more ready for another relationship than I was when I fucked with him. So the outcome is like, are you getting something out of this season? There are many seasons. According to the Sabbath, or, the Witch's Sabbath, we're about to have Maboon, which is a new season. And then you have, you have all of these seasons. And then we have Samhain, which is the New Year's for Wiccans, and that's October 31st. So even though today is a new year, every day can be a new year. It just depends on if you're willing to be new. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. Like Russ, he's going to do the same quality of work. I can't believe you shared that, bro. I mean, it looked like garbage, but then you had to put affiliation to the garbage. Yeah, I called this guy at 10 o'clock and told him to come record this so that I had some visuals. It took him all but 5 minutes. That showed your lack of fucking creativity, your lack of... It showed everything I read in those cards yesterday. That you're just that, bro. You have no work ethic. You'll put in the very bare minimum. You knew you needed visuals for this before. You've been saying you were going to release this song since fucking Seattle when you heard her sing it and decided you wanted to shit on it. I'm just going to piss on her fucking album. And you didn't even take the time to make visuals. You didn't take the time to connect with this girl, nothing. You sat outside your car at 10 o'clock, called some homie to come, and it looked just as crappy. I thought it was your girlfriend with her little iPhone. You expect greatness, but you do nothing great to do it. You're doing the bare minimum of what you always do. And you think this is authentic and that it deserves a fucking Grammy. And the verbiage in the words, there's no tone to you. You're tone deaf. She thinks I'm this and this and this and this. Have you ever just listened to yourself on acapella, like take it away and listen to your tone? You're tone deaf. Marshall, please, not right now. I don't want to go all hard on him. All I want to do is not deal with him. This is where I got sour yesterday. Not just him. I get sour every day dealing with this with this type of human being. And there's a bunch of you type. You're like a type of him. That is the quickest way for me to get disgusted with you. When I tell you you remind me of Russ, that means I've pretty much lost all respect for you. That means you disgust me and I'm no longer like you. And I've said it to everyone. If I see a Russ-like quality in you, bro, I'm out. Because this isn't a quality. It's a fucking... Ugh. My stomach hurts. You make me want to cry, bro. The thought that you are the people that I'm trying to teach makes me want to cry, makes me want to give up, makes me want to die. Makes me want to run into the forest and not try to teach anyone anything, because looking at someone like you, they'll never learn. You could say it's Russ, but Lucifer has never learned. Since the beginning of time till the end of time, he will never learn God's lesson. And he is not the only one. That goes to show you. You're not even a fragment of divine where you have divinity in you to understand the knowing, because it lies within you. If you're nothing but fucking Adam and Eve, oh fuck. Look at the beginning of time. Did they ever learn? Have they ever learned since the beginning of time? I am not God. My patience wears thin with you people. That's a virtue I carry only so much of. I can only carry so much of the light before I burst into motherfucking flames as the dark goddess. And nobody has hated mankind more than myself, Lucifer, and 2/3 of the angels. Don't make me go dark, because there's too many of us. There's too many of us to deal with you. And that's the dark days. When I get to that point, and it is very close, release it. Just wipe them out. They bear no fucking fruit. They're poisonous. Their children are poisonous. Kill the crops. All of them. Kill the crops. It's serious, bro. You guys bleed poison into the world. If I can't help you, then nobody can. And nobody's coming after me to even try. You hurt my stomach. That was my solar plexus. I think I'm going to throw up. Let's get on with these cards. 18 minutes. That's all I'm giving you. You guys are welcome to purchase these cards. These go in a 10-day calendar. As for the other ones, no. I actually shuffle. You are welcome to keep up with the 10-day calendar to know what energy lies in the Egyptian energy every day for the rest of your life. You will know a specific energy. Okay? You're welcome to keep up. There's no key. This is where we start. It should have started yesterday, but it starts today. Whatever day. This is when it is. Right? So what is today? The 29th? Okay? Got it. New beginnings and jubilation. Not only is this card of new beginnings, but it's also one of jubilation. It represents promises kept, a fresh start, and new opportunities that will begin to emerge in the coming months. And that's it. God's gonna, you know what I mean? As they take the stock, right? So you look at it like this. As he takes all these people out, then he's going to work on us, soiling this ground. And that's what it is when we're ready to harvest, he'll pull us out. We haven't grown yet. They're ready. They're fully grown. And that's where, Morgan was like, I don't know if I'm ready. God knows you're ready, bro. He says when you're ready. I want to be ready all the time, but we don't know when we're ready. He tells us when we're ready and not to be afraid. We try to be ready and then we can't make it happen. That's when you know the difference. When you try to make it happen and you can't, and you want it, but then it starts happening and you're afraid, that's when it's time for sure. Some of these opportunities may yet be unknown, but they will reveal themselves in time. I told her about what's going on with this job. I was like, dude, I've never had a spirit come to me that I didn't already know. I've never had a spirit that isn't already dead, that didn't have a face and a name and time. That spirit that came to me on Monday to tell me about this job, I want this job because of that spirit. I want this job because of that spirit. I want to know. I know that this spirit wanted me there. I wanted it for that reason, for a spiritual quest. And I'll work hard at the job, but that's what I want. I want to know. There's a spirit that wanted me there. I want to know who it is. It didn't have a face. I don't know who he was. I know it was a he, and I really feel like it was a black man. But I can't tell you because it was just a shadow of a person. But I felt like the way he spoke to me. I can't wait. I'll know. I'll feel it when I feel it. And it could just be a shadow person that walks through those halls at night. Who knows? I'm just saying. And that's it too. It's like, as quick as I could get this, then that would make me qualified for some shit too. But that's it. Do you want to qualify to be on their path? Or do you want to stay on yours? Give yourself room to grow, bro. Don't uproot yourself thinking that you're fucking prime and ripe and you taste right. The meaning of this card is depicted as a man, a cowherd, leading a cow. In addition, new beginnings. This card may represent leadership, a specific person who is a leader or a mentor who is going to steer you in a positive direction. That could be cool. And that's what I said yesterday. I know everything of the other worlds. I'm supposed to have a guide in this world, and that's what they have to do. The other worlds have to guide me through this world. I'm just here to witness your world and tell you how to bear witness to ours. I'm the in-between, where you can see the other worlds here, and the other worlds, have an understanding of this world. They don't understand you. Even I don't. And that's what it is being in between. I give you the understanding of them, and I give them the understanding of you. So like a day like yesterday, I was just in too deep, bro. Like, I spent all day just listening to the fucking universe and being part of the multi-dimensions. Where then they're like, all right, now go back there. I don't want to tell. Please don't make me. Tepi Kemet is the first deacon, welcomes in the Egyptian New Year. This is a time of great celebration for Egyptian society, with numerous feasts occurring during the entire week. They were celebrating the arrival of the season of inundation, when the Nile River began to rise as promised during the final week. Now, that was the first card I pulled, but then this one goes into fucking natural disasters. Floods. And it's the end of summer, so the mixture of the hot and cold is about to come through. Get ready. That's all I can say. The previous year, by the appearance of the Sobdet, Tepi Kemet, like the predecessor deacons, also contains a glimmer of power of the deacon that it follows, Kemet, who is generally considered to be the leader of the deacons. In ritual work, Tepi Kemet may be called upon for protection from wild animals, to cure digestive problems, and general protection from certain spirits, which were germs found in the air and soil. And I talked about that, this is that kind of, it's not allergy season, but the change in the weather makes it. I've been all snot-faced like crazy. And that's what it is. It's like the weather changes and it brings all of this crap in. Alright, so that's where we are in that one. Keep on moving. Then we talked about this one. Look at it, what it says. The Lord of the Universe. And that's what I said. I've been with all the Lords of the Universes. And that's the council. I was just sitting with them. Yaganath. What did they bring? And then I got into tears about this one. O God of gods, O Lord of universe, destroyer of ills of those who have taken refuge in you. O lotus-eyed one, please save me from the oceans of material existence in which I have fallen. And I went into a huge cry about this, and that's where I was like, I've lived lives, bro. I can still feel the heavy gold upon my chest from being the Isis. I still feel the armor from being the freaking Morgan. I know what it means to be lavished. I have altars where they donate only the best perfumes and oils and herbs and foods. You know what I mean? And the tokens, and I know what it means to have. And back then it was real gold. You guys and your fool's gold out here. I've had everything that this world has to offer. You come with the purpose of claiming everything and being part of everything. I've had it all in many lives, and I don't need it in this life. In this life, I am nothing more than a servant to God. There are things that I need to provide for my children so that they can feel secure in this material world, but even them are not material children. They don't live in the existence. They can covet hard if they see they want. It's an inner desire. It's just it. We don't do that. We don't sit there and, oh my God, I have to have it. I want it. I have to have it. We don't live like that. So, and I explained it's something like that that makes me so different from you. Our wants and desires are so different. And that's where I talked about, that's prophets and stuff. It's a sad story how God strips us from our flesh of what the flesh is to become spirit. And all of us in time, and not you, but the prophets, the chosen ones, were chosen to live differently, very humbly. We never had more than the clothes on our back and a meal. We had to turn to God for everything. And He took away everything. And all we needed was God. When you get to that place where all you need is Him, and nothing changes that. There's nothing that can satisfy like Him. And it's just, it's the way. It's like, what I mean? People that study, priests or priestesses, they don't want anything but a closer connection with God. They just want to stay in His peace. When I stay there like a day like yesterday, just staying with God, I'm untouchable. This world means nothing. That connection is something that oversees any kind of joy or, transority. Just that love, I suppose. And that's how you can hear about Paul speak about it. This love that God has given me. All of them tell you about this love that we're filled with. We want you to feel God's presence. That you can't find it in these things, but once you've got it, you don't want to let it go. It's true bliss. They call it words like nirvana, where you feel whole again. You lack nothing. And it doesn't come from anything in this world. But shit like that, it makes me it makes me look like I'm ungrateful, unwanting, undeserving, and there's nothing you can do to make me happy. Because nothing will ever make me happy. It looks like that, like the things of this world won't. No, I think the things of this world are beautiful, and I'm grateful to receive these things. I just don't need them. You can't buy me with them. You will surprise me with them. I'll be grateful for them, but you won't own any. It won't have power between us, the things. Worldly power, devotion to Krishna, freedom from the cycles of birth and death, perfection in the arts in the service of God. And that's what I said. I'm only here to be be His goddess, deliver His message, be His witness. It's all I'm here to do. I'm not here to, make a huge place in the matrix for myself. I'm here to break the matrix and put God in it. I'll be known for the one that did it, but that's not what it is. It's not about what I did. It's about what He's doing. And that goes back to His message yesterday. Stop worrying, stressing, looking, or caring about what I'm doing with someone else. See what I'm doing with you. He's with all of you. Krishna is a whole different type of God you can tap into. He's very Christ-like, same as Buddha. They're just a little different. He loved the animals, bro. He was all about the animal world. I feel like, you know, Justin Bieber and Krishna could be best friends and shit. Tell me what he's talking about. I always have to put on some rap music to figure that one out. Kind of. So that's what that means. You get to a place of fullness, bro, where with or without, I'm good. A good meal, a beautiful sky, the clothes on my back, a safe place to sleep. You're an animal again. You're just one of God's kids. You're grateful just to be, you know, just to be alive and to have a purpose. Alright, last card that came in, Midgard. Odin in the Nine Realms. Alright, I'm going to explain this as quick as I can, and then I want to throw something new on the books. Something new, Yggdrasil, is consciousness. That's the whole tree. In the tree are all the layers. Midgard is Earth, home to the humans. Midgard is the central enclosure and the home to humanity. Alright. Okay, just keep reading. In Old Norse mythology, Midgard is a flat disk with deep oceans surrounding it. At the edge of the vast oceans is the land that was given to the giants. Who are the giants? The Watchers. Everybody called them something different. The stronghold was the center of Earth, had a wall around it to protect the human race. The wall was made up of the giant Ysmir's eyebrows. The god destroyed his body, his blood became the ocean, his bones the mountains, and heaven was created from his skull. It's the same thing in Egyptians. They talk about how they slaughtered the people and they put them up into the stars. It talks the same thing in the Bible. God's breath created this and this from the sweat of his brow, and blah, 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 blah. And we are all covered in Jesus' blood. It's all just a way of thinking that we are created from the Creator. We are part of his body. And that's why you guys do communion. This is his blood. We shall drink of his blood. And da 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 da. And don't forget to eat the cracker. All frost giants came from Ymir. Midgard is a complicated place. It reflects the complexity created as a result of the gods killing one of their own. Well, duh. The first sin wasn't fucking eaten from the apple or eaten from the tree. The first sin was killing fucking your other person. That was the first murder that had ever happened in time, where they had killed another. Who? Fucking Cain and Abel. It only replayed again with Baldur and fucking Loki, Set and Osiris. It just keeps happening. Are you out there trying to be better than your brother? I saw Russ's weird brother. It also sets the tone for violence and disruption found on Earth. Volcanic activity, earthquakes, storms, tornadoes, hurricanes are all like and hurricanes and the likes are the nature of Midgard. That's your warning, people. Drawing this card indicates turbulent times ahead. All life on Earth must learn to adapt and adjust to the climate. You must adapt to your surroundings while staying true to your authentic self. Learn to ride the wave. In essence, this card is about adapting to new environments. New beginnings. But is anything new in your life? Are you the same ho, pretending to do a new project in dirty underwear? Which is basically your conscious. You're still the same person. You still think the same. You still work the same. You're still after the same things. No, I see no changes. Thanks, Pac. Merc Stavi on page 96. Yesterday we were on page 69. You are in the path of a storm. If you draw Midgard in reverse, it's time to relocate or shift your perspective on something you are dealing with at home or in the workplace. That happened to me last night. I had to change my mind. Really? Yeah, totally had to change my mind. Why? Because it was getting dark. You may feel that the world is out of control and that you are in danger. There may be floods, fires, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, lightning strikes, and storms ahead your way. Told you. It's coming. What? Mother Earth? Or God? Who controls the weather? Told you. Told you the day before. He needs to wash all this away, bro. He needs to make it clean again. We need new land. I can't buy land, and I can't place new homes in dirty fucking, blood-filled land. Now that with all this crisis, this too shall pass. You need to process your negative emotions before the world around you comes back into balance. Meaning, how you feel inside is how you look at the outside. You can't see what's going on outside because you're too caught up inside. And that's where I was. My insides were fucked up yesterday. And again this morning. If I even talk about that man, he destroys my insides. Why? Well, everything about him bothers my flesh. So I have to push all of my spirit out to calm my flesh when dealing with a fucking loser like this. Who am I talking to? Realistically. So that was yesterday's cards. And then we hit a fork in the road. Was the other card. I'm just going to put those aside. I pulled this last night. Really? Mm-hmm. And we're going to reiterate all this. Because, of course, it's fucking Friday, and you have to make a choice. For once in your life. I said that in my post. I cannot tell you if Michael Jackson came first, or if Tupac came first in my awakening. But I can tell you that Mike would not leave. He was in every single one of my videos for fucking at least 2 years. Singing. Always. You are not alone. I said, alright, I get it. I fucking get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. And even then, he'll still come in and remind me. Gotta love him. Anyways, it's fork in the road. You gotta do something about your fucking situation. Got to make a choice. Now, you're not gonna like the choice that I made, but this is a hard choice, and you're gonna have to make choices too. One day when you choose to grow up. Alright, essential meaning. Time to make a decision, considering the consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligations to make a necessary choice. The Oracle message. Every choice has a consequence. You've arrived at a fork in the road, and you are being asked to come to a decision. Will you further your dreams by choosing left or by choosing right? Will you take the road less traveled or the one well worn by others who have come before you? And that's where I stopped. Am I going to sit still and take the road less traveled and trust God? It's not about doing nothing, but only doing what He says. Or am I going to try to chase these girls and all of their connections and try to get a house like them? Am I going to try to do what other people are doing to get where they're going? Or am I going to know that I'm going somewhere else? This goes back to the Divine Feminine I was reading all week. It's like, it's a mixed energy. Most of you are being called to take action. You're not in Empress mode like me. You're not getting your messages from God. You're not sitting there being prepared like I am. My message all week was to not take action. To be in the feminine. To just receive. That was my message all week. Yours was the opposite. And you know it. God's been weighing on your heart so bad to change some things in your life. This is your choice and yours alone to make. Circumstances and other people will not make it for you. Be present and do not avoid this junction, for it is an important crossroad, and that's where it is. Can you be present and realize the truth? Or you're too busy trying to chase what everybody else is doing? I'll sail back into troubled waters, like the card said yesterday. If I don't stay where I'm at, you know what I mean? And that's where it is. It's like, you can't just go out, bro. If you're in a boat, a storm comes, and now it's gone, you can't just start paddling. You don't even know where you're going. You have to wait until night falls to find those stars to see where you are again. You don't know where you are. You're just floating in the ocean. Which is, the night is what? You're feminine. You need things to quiet so you can use your inner location to know what you need, which way to go. You can't just go out. You're going to use up all your energy and you're going to go around in circles. You might sail back to right where you came from because you don't know where you were going. Just because, you know what I mean? Something got in your way. Take heart. No matter which path you choose, you will have a rich and meaningful experience. Relationship message. You've reached a moment of truth and evolution in your relationship. Which will you choose? To be open to the possibility of love or to remain isolated? Well, On a Friday, this choice means a lot more for some of you. As I saw this, I saw Marshall. This isn't me. I'm open to possibility of love. Matter of fact, I was thinking, that's what I told Morgan. I was like, hey, I feel a date coming on. I'm going to blow dry my hair and even put on some makeup today. In the essence, I'm open to it. I'm open to love. Are you? Or are you just going to sit there? Allie, I missed your invitation, but I also looked at it as, I don't know, it could have been the negative state of mind I was in, but at the same time, I saw the invitation to come in and let's make some music together. But at the same time, I feel like I'm just listening to my feelings. How do you feel? I feel like I'm being taken advantage of. You know I can write unbelievable music, and you want me to come in and help you. But you want to do it on the guise of what? Why didn't you just have a one-on-one with me? Why don't you say, let's do it again. Let's do some music together. Why couldn't it have been more intimate? If you really wanted me to help you write music, because that's what I said. I sent him a message yesterday morning. I was like, I was there. I was trying to help you. I gave you some lines. I didn't say that, but I told him I was trying to help him. So then yesterday he did a song, another one where he was looking, to the crowd for some answers. I guess maybe hoping that I was there. I didn't see it till the end, but I wasn't going to give it to you. Why? Because it's not between me and you. If you want it from them, then take it from them. Be more direct. Be more honest. Be more true. If you want to sit and write music with me, then call me. Let's write music. If you want to write music with your fucking fans, then write music with your fans. I'm not sure how much they're going to contribute to the cause. But that's it. I saw your invitation, but at the same time, I saw it as a part of me didn't want to be part of it. I feel like you're taking advantage of me now. How did it go from that? I don't know. I don't mind doing it if you're actually being honest about it, and I really want you to help me with a song. Cool. But when you're just sitting there, you know what I mean? And you're like, Russ, just looking for inspiration in anybody, then I don't want to be part of it. I don't feel special. Alright, let's see. Even though we can show that every single one of Russ's songs is inspired by me, myself, and I. That's all I'm saying. For you guys, it's like, are you? And I went into this whole story with Bobby. It's like, I opened up. I finally gave in. And what did he do? He decided to run away. He wasn't ready for it. Whatever. This is a time to take responsibility for your truest desires and follow it. And that's where I realized, I was facing it. I really want to do this. I would love to do this with you. This would be a dream come true. Do you want to do this? He ghosted me, bro. And that's what I was like, I may be a spirit, but you're a whole ghost. And in the essence, it's like my dreams isn't his dream. It isn't his dream. To go fucking, make love under the full moon. That's not his dream. Okay. You're dreaming, I guess. I'm a dream girl. Be honest with yourself about what you are willing to do, invest, and give. Then choose. You cannot make a wrong choice. If you move forward with a relationship, know that it will be based in truth and authenticity. That's something I couldn't have with Bobby. He lies. He has to lie to stay alive. And that's Russ and all of them. They just have to lie all the time. They got to pretend that I can't have truth and authenticity with Bobby. He can't be honest with me. And he can't be authentic. And that's most of you. All you can give me is what you gave someone else. There's no truth and authenticity in that. It's just a replayed pattern. You will have to make a conscious decision rather than simply hanging on because you don't want to be alone or ending things because you're afraid of the intensity of genuine connection. That's that self-sabotaging. I did that a lot in the beginning. I'm just going to push you away because I don't want to really... I'm too afraid of what this might actually lead to. And, I was scared of that with Bobby. It's like, alright, either I'm just going to... there was always... He's going to ghost you after this. And that's where I figured, alright, maybe this will be one and done and I'll be over it. Or, worst case scenario, something will come of it. But you know, that's it too. I was more afraid that it would turn into something more than less. And that's what I always say with Russ. It's like, dude, this could be a genuine connection, but it's going to take an enormous amount of, you know what I mean, work on both sides. For anybody. You know, for me to be in a relationship, it's going to take a lot of work on my side of straight understanding, forgiveness, and compassion for a person I don't know. And that's what it takes on your side, too. And a lot of bravery. All that quietness, I'm not going to say nothing. That's not cool. All roads lead to a lesson you must learn in your relationship. Regardless of the decision you make, it will place you on a path to a truer experience of the heart. That's it. It's like, I don't lose, I learn. That was a shitty lesson. I learned a lesson. If I didn't learn, then that means that nothing came from it. And that's what it is. Nothing comes from him dealing with me. He never learns anything. That's Russ. Nothing comes. I mean, look at what I can take, though, from my experience. I can share it with the world. I can teach them my lesson. And just any day experience. All right, prosperity message. You have come as far as you can on this part of your journey, and now you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is a need for change, for evolution, and for bettering your circumstances. Narrowing it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? And that's where I got stuck. I don't need to become anything but what I am. I've already become something, which is the Priestess. What do I need to believe? I need to believe that I am already it, but I'm becoming better at it. Once you're It's funny because I'm seeing Nipsey and Jesus at the same time. Before I released my album during my awakening, I had released a couple singles. I did a music video, lots of shorts, put a lot of effort into a lot of shit. And I'd already done my first performance, maybe 2 by that time. I jumped in fast. I was scared. I was shaking on the stages and shit, but I jumped in fast. I was ready to do whatever it took, right? And so during my awakening, the first day, I'm sitting there. I'm at Mother Cabrini's shrine, and I'm at the top. There's like a 25-foot fucking statue of fucking Jesus. Could be bigger. And he's speaking to me. And he's asking me to sing God's praises. He wants me to sing worship songs to all these strangers up there. I'm not a singer. He wants me to sing. He says, are you a singer or are you not? This is before I'm about to release my album. He wants me to wear it. Are you a singer or are you not? Sing my Father's praises. So I close my eyes, put my hoodie over my head like Eminem, and put my headphones on, and I just start singing in the corner. And I open my eyes, and there's a huge crowd, and I tell them who I am. I'm Lucky the Phoenix. And God wants you to know that the God you search for outside lives within you. And I walk down there. Then he has me shovel some snow, which is a whole nother fucking thing. And that was that day. Now I'm at Red Rocks one day, and I'm being pushed to go out on the stage and just sing a little something. And I'm scared. Red Rocks is full of fucking, especially the amphitheater, a bunch of fucking people come to take pictures. They come to, climb the rocks. They come just to be part of it, just to say they saw it. It's like going to Stonehenge. There's really nothing there. It's you're going to run out of breath getting up there. I promise you. And so he wants me to just sing in front of these, I don't know, there's got to be at least 100 people here now. Way more than on Mother Cabrini's. They're just strangers. He wants me to just be louder than them and project my voice and sing. And I sing, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Just the first part of it. And I walk away. And Nipsey speaks with me, and he explains to me that, it's all about that. It was never about, you always wanted to perform here. Then perform. Be what you always wanted to be. You don't have to sell out tickets to be you. Right? You don't You're a singer when you say you're a singer. You're an artist when you say you're an artist. People don't validate what you are. You are what the fuck you say you are when you walk in it. And you don't have to prove it to nobody. You just become more of it. I was never becoming a priestess. I was always the priestess. I just became better at it. I have always been outreaching. I have always been spreading God's word. I have always been a light in dark places. I have always been this. I only learned how to do it more professionally. And that's where I see Kobe. It's like he was always an NBA player since he was a child. He just became it when they gave it to him. And once you're that, you're that. You don't have to be the best NBA player if that's not what it is. You made it. When you say you made it, you don't have to be in the NBA to be an amazing basketball player that could fucking stand up to Kobe. That's just that path. You don't have to be the best Olympian to, you know what I mean, to have a gold medal. The gold medal doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit when you've worked your whole life for it. When you finally get it, it may mean something to those people. But all this shows you is, look, bitch, this is how hard I had to work for this. And that's where you guys get with your plaques and your Grammys and, you know, seeing Lewis. Lewis was a Formula One driver since he was born. You can't say he's the best because there will always be somebody that masters it better. But you were the best of your time. And accept that it's somebody else's time to shine. You don't have to compete with them. You're there to teach them what you learned in your time. Vettel. Sebastian Vettel. He's a very old driver. But as he got older, he's a beautiful man, but it was more about, it's not like I'm keeping secrets. I want to teach these young boys how to be good, how to be better, how to keep the sport alive, how to not fall into the bullshit of it and just love the drive. Lewis has lost that. He loves to win. Nobody likes to lose, but how many you don't understand. There's only one winner every race. You have to accept that that might not be you, but Lewis was never that for years and years and years. That was him. He didn't know what it meant to be the other 19 drivers. But little by little, God is teaching him what it means to be in second, what it means to be in 17th, and to keep your fucking attitude as a winner no matter where you are in this fucking game. If you're going to be George Russell and be 19th and 20th for fucking 5 years, you're still going to have a fucking Lewis Hamilton attitude, or you'll never be him. You're going to be a loser your whole life until you finally win, bro. And these winners are absolute losers. Can I show you that? Have I shown you that? Marshall, I love you to death, baby, but this is gonna hurt. He's a fucking loser. He has won at everything, but he's a fucking loser at life. He's great at making money and making noise and making people like him. But he's had a loser life. Very successful, but a loser. And that's all of you, bro. Russ is a very successful loser. Fucking, Bobby is a very happy loser. You lost. You lost all parts of life to be successful. That's what people don't get. They see you as a winner, but they don't see what you've lost. And that you keep losing to be their number one winner. Lewis, get your attitude right and be grateful to be part of the game. We're still waiting to see if they'll ever let another black man in, whether at 20, 19, or first. Be grateful, bitch. Be humble. It's every fucking dream to drive a Ferrari. Who cares if you can't handle it? Most of these bitches, I saw one yesterday. That bitch couldn't even handle her car in the parking lot. You could hear, I'm like, oh God, who bought you? Please tell me this isn't your husband's sports car. What was it? I don't know. I think it was a Porsche that she was grinding the shit out of it. Oh God, it was terrible to listen to her do that to that car. Money doesn't buy, you know what I mean? It can buy you the car. It can get you a seat. But what's the attitude behind the seat? You know what I mean? You're just a prissy bitch in a fucking Porsche. You're just a prissy bitch riding a horse. That's what you look like out here, Lewis. You look very ungrateful, bro. You're going to need to make some choices yourself. Be a grateful loser or an unhappy winner is what I see out of you. Moving on. I don't know where we were in that prosperity, maybe? Yeah. Who do you need to become? Aren't you already the person that you need to be? You just need to be better at being you. And that's it. Jonica wants to become an artist. You're not an artist. Why don't you just be who you are and be better at what you do? And I saw your last post. You're losing the skills you did have trying to be something you're not. It was an awful photo. You have a shit look to your face. I told you you're plain. Once again, who do you need to become, guys? What do you need to believe in order for you to live a life of prosperity? Is your prosperity based on a closet full of designer shit? A man that works all the time and gives you everything you need? Or a man that, you know what I mean, you have the most powerful position at your job and you get to go home to the most beautiful wife and children? Is that real? What makes your wife more beautiful, or your children? What makes your house more beautiful and your position more powerful? They say the most powerful position in America is the president. Look at the job he's doing. Is he a better person than you? He's more powerful than you. In essence, I believe he's worth more than all of us. Answer honestly from the heart. What more do you need from this world, Marshall? What more do you need to give of yourself before you can start receiving the goodness of this world? Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle in a direction. For the way to be clear, to be made clear by your intuition. Do I want to do this all by myself, or do I want God to keep helping me along the way? That's where I am. Do I want to be anything more than the priestess? Do I need to be anything more? Is the priestess not going to be good enough for me and my family? It won't meet our needs. Every priest and priestess, every priest and nun has to make that choice and, give up their life and go back to, getting a job because God won't take care of them. Protection message. Indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in a place without losing your way altogether, avoiding the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you're making a choice, for which you must be accountable. And that's it. By not chasing what everybody else has, by not doing what they're doing and doing nothing, I'm making a choice. And it's a hard choice. He said, be still and be ready. You can't hear it. You can hear that I'm crying. It's my ego. It hurts. It hurts my ego to have let him go this far. But my heart is so pleased, and God is so pleased that I could sacrifice it to trust Him so much, to trust that He will provide a way and I don't have to run out of my way to provide for myself. It's hard. It's a constant battle inside where the mind's like, no, this isn't the way. We have to do something. You'll never get a house if you don't do this. Things will never be okay if you don't get up and do something. Fucking fix your life. That's my ego, bro. That's the awful thoughts, the damage, the abuse it gives me. It will abuse me and make me feel like nothing trying to do this. It will tell me that I'm nothing. My mind will tell me that I'm nothing and that everybody's making fun of me and that my kids are going to go without and this is all my fault and that I'm not doing the right things and that I'm ruining my life. This is what my mind tells me on a Monday or any time that it wants to be part of the world. I've spent 3 years mastering that, understanding why it feels that way, but understanding that that's not true, and telling it that it will, reaffirming to my mind that this is the right way. I know nobody does it, but that's where I go back and I can teach it, reteach it through its fears. God's way is so much harder than man's way. And you have to go the opposite way. But you are a man and you were programmed like them. I think like you. I was told like you. I have to tell myself, I have to break my own rules. And I'm the creator of these rules and I fight with myself. It's hard. It's so hard. It's simple to do, to understand what you're supposed to do. It's so hard. I'm seeing Doctor Strange where they're like, I gave up my whole life to come here so you could fix my hands. He wanted his hands fixed so he could go back to the life he had. He was not accepting that this was the end of that life. He was never going to accept that this was the end of that life. When he realized what he could really use his hands for, he never thought about going back to do that. And that's your life. When you really realize what your life is for, you never think about wasting it like that again. It's hard what I do. To walk away from the knowing, which is the mind. What the mind knows, and what everybody else knows, and what everybody else says. But that's where the reaffirmation comes from the Bible. It comes from all of these. I can pull out any book right here and confirm you're doing the right thing, according to the spirits. In order to be spiritual, you've got to go against the material. So, Mother Cabrini had a dream to come to America, to come to Colorado for the gold rush, and to help with the children. She didn't know what was out here. She didn't know what she was going to face. There wasn't a home here for her. She didn't come with any men. She came with 2 small children to build a kingdom. She had to wait for God to, He gave her a vision and she trusted it. There was nothing out here but that vision. I think about, why the fuck did you pick the top of that mountain? And she would walk up it with her mule. All the water was at the bottom. All the resources were at the bottom. There was nothing at the top of that mountain. Later, they learned digging into the mountain. They tapped into their own water. So no longer did she have to go down. She was on the top of the mountain. The weather up there is crazy. And that was just the start of it. God has to help you through this. You can only do so much. But if you're doing God's work, you know He's going to do it. I left the material world to be spiritual. And I'm not going back, and I'm trying to bring spirituality. The only reason I go in there is to bring spirituality into it. Every time I go in, I get beat and battered by the experience of the world I left. And that's it, you know what I mean? Dr. Strange lived right there in New York. He didn't go cruising through those streets. He didn't change his clothes. He didn't go back out. Once he found his temple, he never left it. And that's your sacred place. That's God. You don't really want to leave God. When I left Colorado, I didn't want to leave Mother Cabrini's shrine. I cried. That was my place of God. We're coming with you. I don't know what's out there. We're coming with you. You'll be okay. I never knew how I was going to get my meals, where we were going to sleep, if we were safe. I didn't know anything. It's hard not to know. And that's what it says in all these books. It's like you have to go against your knowing into the unknown. And that's that. I can say it on a good day. Fuck around and find out. We're about to do something nobody ever did before. Or maybe they did and nobody ever told this story. We're going to find out what's on the other side of this fucking wall. And it's never as bad as you think it is, because it's always God on the other side. He's got you, bro. No matter what's out there, He's got you. And He's shown you that your whole life. You know what I mean? The worldly power is not looking for power in this world, bro. When you realize you're powerful without the things of this world. But it's fucking hard, bro. Like right here, you know what I mean? Not doing something about my life and trusting God. That's hard ass shit, bro. We're trained to that. If we don't make our lives great, we will not have a great life. I grew up like you, bro. All that is in my head. Every book you read, you know what I mean? I went through fucking school just like you. I went through life just like you. I lived through it too. And all those impressions are still stuck in my head. All those rules, all those fears. I was scared of the Blair Witch, bro. I grew up in Colorado my whole life and never went camping because I was scared of the Blair Witch. That movie came out and I was terrified of the outdoors. I'm the fucking Blair Witch. I'm the scary witch in the woods. There is nothing out there scarier than me, and the animals know me. I am not scared. But I used to be. You see something and you're scared. I was terrified of tarot readers and fucking spirituality. I was told that shit was evil. I was scared of ghosts and fucking demons. Not really, but kinda. Like scary movies. I don't watch scary movies. I was scared. I still am. We're scared of what we don't know. And our brain tells us everything that it's ever seen about this unknown thing. Something's telling me we should go over the trench. Nope, we're swimming through the trench. No, it looks better up there. No, go through. Just go through the darkness, bro. It's going to be okay. And that's Alice in Wonderland. I've been falling. It's one hell of a fall from grace. And that's it. It's like taking this programming and not going back to your ego's way of your mind knows better. My mind is out of control, bro. It got me nowhere. I mean, it got me there, but I wasn't happy there. It can get me places, but nowhere where it's going to make me happy. It's hard. It's hard to sit there and go against the world. I hear you, Park. You know what I mean? And in essence, it's like the world ain't here. It's inside of me. I'm fighting me all day. A mud bath, bro. And I'm crying about it. I am just trying to get this mind to calm down and just go with the fucking flow without trying to force me out and be part of something that I know is no good. It's like, no, you need to. It's Friday. Let's go outside. Let's go get a date. Let's go do something. If you don't calm this kid, it's just your conscience. It's the ego. It's so harsh. I have one too. It's terrible. Trying to get that thing to calm down. And that's where it's your heart. It's so much work, bro. It's so much spiritual work on yourself. You're spending so much time babysitting yourself. It's really what you're doing, dude. When you stop just letting yourself go and you start taking self-control, having self-awareness, it is so much work. And that's where I was like, I get overwhelmed with myself. I see if you don't want to deal with me. I'm a whole fucking trying to tell myself what to do all the time and trying to be a better self. This is such a pain in my ass. I was like, I don't want to deal with you. I'm dealing with me today. Which is what? My mind? My mind's telling me no again. Or my mind's trying to tell me to do some shit. My heart's arguing, so now I gotta sit here in this fight. Who wins? Hopefully me. If it's just me, then of course I'm gonna win, but which part of me? Which part is better? Which part means more, my feelings or my thoughts? It's a fucking bloodbath. It happens all the time, and that's where it's like, you don't, that's what the shadow is, bro. 4 o'clock in the morning, my mind will start, and my heart has to start listening to this fucking whining fucking baby and start calming it down. 4 o'clock in the morning. Before I had security, 4 o'clock in the morning. How are we going to eat? Where are we going to go? What about a shower? What about this? What about that? Just freaking out, panicking, questioning everything. First thing in the morning. I get it to calm down about that. I'll finally, like, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Then it takes, then I have a cigarette and it's like, well, what about this big ass problem? And let's solve all these problems. Oh my God. I am so tired of dealing with my mind. Somebody give me a lobotomy. It's just your inner child that's just worried. Worried about everything. Give your burdens to God. And that's where, you replace all this with God, where this understanding that, hey, you're okay, you're not alone, everything's working, and then you start to see it, and the mind starts to believe it. Your mind's not going to believe a lie, bro. It will only believe the truth. It has to see it to believe it. My mind knows that God's real now. My mind listens to my heart. It still gets a little out of control, especially on a Monday when we're in our mind and emotions, and you can hear me being egotistical and hateful. You can hear Lisa come back on a Monday. You can hear the difference between my conscious and my unconscious, my mind and my heart. You can hear it with it. Bring up Russ's name. Watch my ego go crazy and watch me calm it down. Bring up anything that bothers me. Watch my mind, watch me trigger, and watch me calm it down. Watch me whip and watch me nay. Okay, enough. Fork in the road. Make a choice. And that's it. It's hard. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to the subtle refusal of taking responsibility. And that's it. Don't let other people tell you what to do with your fucking life. They're not even running their life. They're trying to run their children's and everybody else's. They're trying to tell on people and shit. Dude, if you don't stay in your lane, don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you're making a choice for which you must be accountable. And that was Bobby. By not making a choice, you definitely made a choice. If that choice leads to an undesirable circumstance, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you another chance, or second chances. And that's it. It's like, if you fuck this up, God will be there and we'll clean it up. You'll just be presented with the same lesson again. That's God. But if you fuck this up in the real world, they're not going to give you another chance, bro. That's why you got to be careful not to fuck shit up out there. Don't go up there fucking up your resume. Don't go fucking up your name. Don't go fucking up your car. Don't be go... I taught my daughter something yesterday. I taught her when we moved to Oklahoma. So don't start shit with these people. Because you're not starting shit with one person. They're all related to somebody, and you're going to have this whole town on you. She saw this girl get jumped yesterday, or attempt to get jumped. She said, Mom, it was terrifying. She was like... The girl got off the bus and there was all these men. They were gang members and they went chasing after her. Everybody was screaming. She got away, but it was terrifying, Mom. I was like, fuck. It brought up my childhood. I was like, dude, I was a white girl in Dago, bro, and they would catch me, bro. They catch me slipping and they'd jump the shit out of me. It wasn't dudes, it was chicks all the time. I was telling Morgan, she's like, yep, I remember Detroit. They'd get me all the time. It's like, dude, they'll catch you. What happened? You stepped on somebody's toes. You didn't have streetwise, and you didn't know the person you stepped on has a whole crew. Now, going back to it, they knew where to find this girl, but this girl's ready now. She ain't going to be at that bus stop by herself today. First off, I sent the Holy Spirit. Second, her mom, her brothers, cousins, somebody going to be there to catch one too. It's like, you're not just fighting one child of God. This child is not alone. They have a whole army behind them, bro. They have a whole army behind them. Don't pick a fight. You're not just picking on an innocent person. Trust and believe that there's consequences for the people that you do dirty. And that's it too. It's like, how'd you get jumped? I talk a lot of shit. Is that surprising to you? I was an East Side girl fucking running around in Southeast. Of course I was gonna get fucked up. Southeast girls don't come to East Side. Not never, bitch, but I'm all up in the Four Corners. What you gonna do, bitch? What you gonna do? They're gonna get me at that fucking gas station. What happened that time? You may have caught me the first time, but I fucked all three of you up the second time. I'll see you in the streets, bitch, bitch. I had to learn that, bro. I didn't learn no shit like that in Colorado, bro. Never. I got fucked up, bro. I got streetwise real quick, the hard way. It was a hard knocks life. Man, I could still feel bitches pulling my hair out. Oh, yeah, they'd catch me slipping, bro. A white girl? Oh, God. On a skateboard? Oh, God. And all the homies wanted... Oh, God, I hated cholas. You fucking bitches. Go call your friends. Call them. I never had no friends to call, bro. It was me against them. And that was just the chicks. Then go to Mexico. Now I gotta fight dudes. Fuck. Anyways. As I say this, I see the Mendez brothers, bro. Nobody's giving them a second chance. God's all about second chances, bro. He wants you to get this right. He's going to keep trying to help you get it right. Why? Because you're just a child. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. These motherfuckers have no knowing. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. And that's where we are. It's a new cycle, bro. You might not have learned your lesson, and you're about to do that loop. Yeah, I saw Lewis spun out this morning. They all did. They all had a bad morning. Oh, you get out, you take a vacation and don't know how to do your job when you come back. That's all of us. Get real. He's probably on there. It's the car and I suck and come on. At least pretend to be a winner. Pretend like you like what you do. Pretend like you've got some control over it. Don't act like a victim to circumstance. Man, is he showing his shadows. The rest of you. Hey, I love you guys. I wish you a good day. I said all that, and now I gotta do what I say, which is get ready and go drive out to Red Rocks. Maybe a little bit later. I'm just not feeling it right now. It's 11. They're gonna make me do it. In 15 minutes, I'll be like, getting ready. Better get a cigarette in. Hey, I love you guys. Yeah, I guess if you want to stalk me, I'll be out there in a little while. Don't fucking come out there with no bullshit, weirdos. There's enough weirdo bullshit where I live. I don't go outside to deal with weirdo bullshit. I go out to get a breath of fresh air. And I'm going to go make an offering. I haven't been up there in a long time. I have a lot to give to God. I mean, I have a lot of thanks to give, not a lot to give. I can dig up something to give to the animals, but I have a lot of thanks to give to God. He taught me a lot. And that's all it is. It's like, oh man. Don't want what everyone else has, because all you're going to do is, all you're wanting is their lesson. What they have right now is just a lesson to them. God's teaching them lessons. Stop worrying about them. And as for the tarot community, you guys are going to run out of fucking... You guys are going to... You're a dead community when this starts to evolve. First off, people shouldn't be worrying about other people. Your whole entire community is based on stalking others. People come to you because they want to stalk. Obviously, they should come to me. I could do it on the internet much quicker. Just give me their name. You'll never believe the type of shit I find. I was thinking about Jonica. Yeah, she was pretty upset when I put her fucking address and her everything up on the internet. Oh, yeah, bitch. Oh, yeah, I can find you. For sure. I showed all of Russ's childhood over the summer. I showed all the houses he lived at with his mom's post of her begging for money on Facebook. His dad. I showed it all, bro. I am that person. The internet, I'm like a virus in the internet, bro. All I need is a name. It's over, bro. I was always that bitch. Before this, I was going to be an FBI profiler because I had an in-tune sense of what people were. I just had this psychic ability to judge and read people, so I always wanted to go into the FBI and do that. I think I should do that. I'm very good at that. They need me. CIA, let's step up from the FBI. Let's go to national security. Put me in the Pentagon. Just kidding. I really don't need to do all that. But in the essence of stalkers, nah. The Night Stalker. You guys need to quit worrying. That was God's message to everyone, and I'm going to repeat it. Stop worrying about what he's doing in other people's lives and start paying attention to what he's doing in yours. Don't think for 1 minute he's not working in your life. If you start working with him, he'll start working a lot more. You're not working with him. He's doing all the work. You're not paying attention. If you work with him, then a lot more can be done. Okay? Okay. And as far as them, let him work them. They think that... I'm seeing Pinocchio. They think they're going to the fair. They're about to get fucking child labored real bad. God is funny. I love you guys. I'll catch you later. Laters, haters. 12002.